Good evening, Gym Rocks. Welcome to Royal Oasis Spa for You Educational Tidbits. My name is Zenobia, licensed esthetician in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia for those who are new to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please view all of my other educational videos to learn more about Royal Oasis Spa for You. Don't forget to click that subscribe and notification button to be the first to receive notifications when new educational tidbits videos are uploaded. We want you to stay up to date with the latest content from your favorite creator, moi. And I share my business with my husband, Corey, who's also a licensed esthetician and caters to the male clientele. Corey specializes in the beard treatments, the beard maintenance, and those males who are struggling with growing their mane. Now, if you want to keep in touch with us and know what's happening in our world, engage with us in conversations, listen to our podcast, or just for entertainment, do a soft subscribe and follow me on all of my social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Royal Oasis Spa. Now, if you're seeking a more of a focal point of my business and want to learn about my services and treatments that we provide, feel free to tour my website at royaloasisspa-gjc.com. Today, I want to talk about the importance of a perfect facial massage. And I have my model here, Z, with me just in case I need her today. So thank you, Z. And we're going to talk about the facial bones and the facial muscles and the location of the facial bones and the facial muscles. So I believe this will bring a clearer understanding of performing the perfect massage. Facial massages is nothing new, as we all know. It's in fact it's ancient. It's a fabulous way to stimulate, as you know, the circulation in the skin. There is such an immediate satisfaction when someone says your skin looks great. And oftentimes we give a list of products that we're using that helps our skin in such a radiant way. Some of you may be asking, does a facial massage actually work? Now, before answering your question, my counter offer question would be, do you want your skin the undivided attention of a facial massage it is craving? See, you got to let that marinate in your spirit for a minute. And I will answer your question later on in this video. Now, facial massages, it's an art. It's a medicinal practice that was existed in China, Sweden, and Mexico. So we're going to go back with a little bit of history about it because we got to give respect where it's due. So massage was practiced by the Chinese 3,000 years ago to help with vitality. In the 1800s, Pierre, if I'm saying his name wrong, Pierre Hendrik Ling was the first to discover what countless others have since learned in the past centuries. Massage is critical for healing pain. And Ling, he's called the father of massage. So massage reached its peak as Pierre Hendrik Ling brought it to the United States, and then later Johann Georg Mesger, he's a Dutch doctor, invented the Swedish massage technique, adapted the French names to denote the basic massage strokes we use today. So let me ask you this question. This was a very a question that I thought to myself, and I want to ask this question to you. So I want to dive in this together because I found this information, very useful, very intriguing. So do you believe or feel that stress is responsible for 75% of all the diseases in the world today, like psoriasis, eczema, high blood pressure, back pain, poor eyesight, even depression? It's a lot going on in the world today. So I'm trying to figure out, does stress play a role in that? So if a massage is really an anti-stress medicine that clients need more of versus a facial cleansing, that's my question. Do they need a massage more than a facial cleansing? So we need to look at it. Skin is an organ, which we all know to be true. Skin is an organ of exchange and sensation, has nerve endings in the epidermis, responds to heat, cold, touch, pressure, pain, and pleasure. So the touch has to be correct and on point. You have to apply the right pressure, apply the right touch, apply the right temperature, and all of these things have an impact on the way the skin reacts. So you got to put in a good recipe, or put a good recipe together for things to come together and for things to be well received. So as an esthetician, it is important for us to know the knowledge of muscles, nerves, bones, and the lymphatic system, as well as the function and dysfunction of the skin. Now, in aesthetic school, the instructors briefly went over the chapter in the My Lady Aesthetics book about the histology and the structure of the body in order to deliver the perfect massage. Now, massage is more therapeutic than cosmetic, and that's my opinion. I say therapeutic is more on the healing the psyche in the skin, and cosmetic is more restoring and improving a person's appearance. So manipulating and rubbing the skin on the face helps to drain the lymphatic system. So today we're going to be like Dora the Explorer, and we're going to explore the host of reasons why massaging your face is not just worth, it's not just worth it for the skin, but it's also worth it for the mental health. And that's why I say it's therapeutic. So one thing you can never do is argue with the human touch, because especially if you're touched right, it's like a dialogue that takes place between the hands and the skin. It's like the hands is helping you to understand yourself better. Like when you engage in a pleasant touch, like a hug, for instance, your brain releases a hormone called oxytocin. So oxytocin is a chemical messenger, and some people call it the love hormone or the cuddle chemical. See, oxytocin hormone makes you feel good, and it lowers your fear, it lowers your stress and your anxiety. So some of you out there right now who's watching this video, you're starving for touch. You're touch deprived. But seriously, as estheticians, we have to understand the lymphatic system, and the location of the lymph nodes is to allow better purification of the skin and knowledge of muscle composition that allows for a better tension reducing massage. Now, the lymph nodes are located throughout the body. There's like hundreds of them. They're small. It's like a bean-shaped gland that plays a crucial role in the immune system. So, say for instance, if a person has an infection and their lymph nodes may be swollen. When you go to the doctor, they touch you, around your neck. So the prominent areas of your lymph nodes is like your neck, your armpit, right under your armpit here, your groin, behind your ears, and there are no lymph nodes in the brain or in the spinal cord. They filter the lymphatic fluid, which helps rid the body of germs and removes the waste products from the body. So the body cells and tissues dispose of waste products in the lymphatic fluid, which lymph nodes then filter. So during this process, they catch the bacteria and the viruses that could harm the rest of the body. So I wanted you to have that understanding of the function and importance of the lymph nodes. See, this wasn't explained in detail when I was going to school until I did my research myself to understand why it's important to do a lymphatic massage during a facial treatment. The lymph nodes are an essential part of the body's immune system. It sits close to the skin, and due to their function, it comes into contact with toxins, which causes them to swell. The lymphatic drainage massage, if you don't know what that is, it's a form of a gentle massage that encourages the drainage of the lymph nodes and movement of lymph fluids around the body. So you can offer your client a gua sha treatment using a massage tool to help release the tension, the puffiness, and the lymphatic drainage. I wish I had brought my tool up here. I didn't think of it. But just go online and Google gua sha massage tool. So the gua sha is to stroke the skin. It increases the circulation and improves detoxification. It relaxes those tight muscles, like especially around your neck. It encourages healing. The gua sha is part of the TCM, the traditional Chinese medicine, and is used to treat the back pain, the shoulder, the neck tension, the carpal tunnel syndrome, scar tissue, and poor circulation. So you might heard the term, or you might hear the term out there in the field called spooning or coining, because gua sha was historically done with using a ceramic Chinese soup spoon or a well-worn coin. So when using the gua sha massage tool on your face, I like to lubricate the skin first with an oil, whether it's squalene or argan oil, jojoba oil. Now the squalene oil, that's olive oil derived. It's similar to the human sebum, and it's an effective hydrating. It improves the skin at the cellular level. The argan oil, I definitely love that. It has healing properties in it. It includes antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. The jojoba oil, that's a natural form of vitamin E. It fights oxidative stress, and it controls the sebum production. So I just rub the oil in the proper direction of the skin, the proper direction of the skin. So I like to start from the neck, then work my way up, starting from the bottom to the top, because you want all of the toxins to drain out of the system. So you will lay your gua sha tool along the skin. So if I had one, this is how I would lay it. Not flat on the skin, I would lay it along the skin, not pressing it into the skin. I would just lay it right there at a right angle with light pressure, and I would go from the inside out to the hairline, and then I'll wiggle it when I get to the hairline to work the tension. So if your skin is reactive, then it may cause some light bruising, so you got to be gentle when doing that. So to reduce puffiness, if you want to use the gua sha tool to reduce puffiness around the eyes, you just do like a sweeping motion under the eye area. So out to the, you go out to the temple all the way to the hairline. So you can repeat that motion 3 to 5 times, then work the tool from the inside of the corner of the brow bone, right here and right here, right up here to the temple area. Now if you want to promote lymphatic drainage, you begin at the chin. Okay, so right here will begin at the chin, and then you would do a sweeping along the jawline to the up to the ear. So you will move the tool. If I had the tool, I would go to Z's jawline right here, go behind the earlobe, and then down to the neck. And I will repeat those sweeps like three to 5 times. And I truly believe that one of the assets in a facial as an esthetician is the ability to administer a perfect facial massage and a perfect lymphatic drainage massage. Now, as we all know, and since I don't have a skeleton, I have a doll, and so I really wanted to show you that the human body, it consists of 206 bones, and 22 of those bones are composed in the skull. So I can't talk. The skull consists of two parts: the cranium, which is 8 bones, and the face, which is 14 bones. So the facial bones supports the facial structure and form the upper and the lower jaws. So the cranium bones, you have the frontal bone. Let me see here. I got a picture. So like you have the frontal bones, you have the parietal bones, and I'm probably saying that wrong, the temporal bones, and the occipital bone, the sphenoid bone, and the ethmoid bone. So the frontal bone here, okay, which is flat. It's a flat bone that makes up your forehead and also forms the upper portion of your eye sockets. The parietal bones, this is a pair of flat bones that's located on either side of the head behind the frontal bone. So here again, so we have the frontal bone here, and then we have the I don't know if it's on, yeah. mm, I don't think it's on here, but we have that parietal bone, and this is a pair of flat bones located on either side of your head. well, either side of your head behind the frontal bone. And then you have the temporal bone. This is part of the irregular bones located under each of the parietal bones. The occipital bone, I have a picture of that, I do. The occipital bone here, right here. So that's the flat bones that's located behind the back of the skull. So like on Z here, it would be back here, right here, the occipital bone, right here. All right, it has an opening that allows your spinal cord to connect to the brain. So right here, I'm sorry, right here, your spinal cord connects to the brain. So this bone has many important functions that most of the important roles that they have is to protect the brain, support the muscles of the neck. The sphenoid bone, I keep pronouncing that wrong. I don't have a picture of that, but that's an irregular bone that sits below the frontal bone. So it spans the width of the skull and forms a large part of the base of your skull. The ethmoid bone is an irregular bone located in the front of the sphenoid bone. It makes up part of the nasal cavity. So the cranial bones are held together by unique joints called sutures, which are made of thick connective tissue. For the facial bones, let's see here. If I facial bones, okay. So for the facial bones, if you could see this picture here, this diagram, the inferior nasal concha, that's right here. So that bone up there, right up in the nasal cavity here. All right, that's an independent bone of the skull. So when looking into the nasal cavity from the front of the skull, like the picture I'm showing you, that's two bony plates that are seen projecting um, from the lateral wall. So this bone helps to humidify the air that we breathe. The inferior nasal concha works to filter, humidify, and warm the air that we breathe, preventing us from the cold air reaching our lungs. So it's really like a spongy bone, okay? And then the lacrimal bone, that's the smallest bone of the skull, and that's right here, the lacrimal bone, okay? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's the most fragile bone of the facial skeleton, and that's located behind the eye, and it's part of the tear production system. It contains the lacrimal gland, which produce tears. Then the mandible, right here, see what side I'm on here. The mandible right here, that's the lower jaw. Okay, the jawbone we all know is the largest and strongest bone of the face that holds the lower teeth in place, and it is involved in chewing and the in the mouth movements. Now for the maxilla, that's right here. Okay, the maxilla forms the upper jaw. That's located in the mid face, and it contains the maxillary sinuses. That's located on each side of the nose. It houses the upper teeth. It forms the roof of the mouth, and also the lower portion of the orbit, which means bones that surround and houses the eyes. Okay, now the nasal bones, which is right here, the nasal bone right there. Hopefully you can see that, and that's a small bone. It's a flat bone of the skull that forms the bridge of the nose, right here, the bridge of the nose, and external surfaces of the nostrils. Now, the palatine, if I can't pronounce that correctly, right here, it's right there. Okay, that's like a L-shaped facial bone that helps form the nasal cavity, so in the eye socket and the palate. So it lies between the maxilla bone and the sphenoid bone, the wings of which helps form the base of the eye sockets and the base of the skull. The vomer, which is right here, the vomer, right there. Its main job is to support the structure of the nasal passages located in the center of the nasal cavity. It's thin, it's unpaired bone of the face and skull. Now, the zygomatic, the last one, the zygomatic, right here, the zygomatic, okay, it's commonly known as our cheekbones. Our cheek. That's the zygomatic right there. Okay, that's located, under each eye on each side. All right, and extends upward. Okay, your cheekbones right there. Okay, extends upward on the outer side of the eye. So it's a stationary bone. It allows to function mainly for for protection, okay? Our cheekbones. So, knowledge, of the shape and function of the facial bones and muscles is important to order to release the pressure, release the tension and the pressure from your client's face. Now, let's go over the muscles of the face. I do have um, a picture of the muscles, okay? And hopefully you can see this. So the first one we're going to go over, now there's probably a lot more than I know, but these are ones that I remember, is called the buccinator. So the buccinator is here, right here, the buccinator. Okay, so that compresses the cheeks and expels air between the lips. Okay, and then you have the depressor anguli oris. All right, and let me show you where that is. Excuse me, right here, the depressor anguli oris, right here. All right, so that pulls the angle of the mouth downward. All right, and then you have the epicranius frontalis. Okay, and that is right here. No, yep, right here, right here. Okay, the epicranius frontalis, that raises the eyebrows and causes the forehead to wrinkle. So you see that? Yeah. So then you have the orbicularis oculi. That's right here. Okay, oculi closes the eyelids and tightens the skin of the forehead. Then you have the orbicularis oris. Okay, let me see. Right over here, right there. Okay, that compresses and contracts puckers, like the wrinkles and stuff in your lips when you pucker your lip. All right, and then you have platysma right here, the platysma. All right, that depresses the lower jaw and lip, and it draws the angle of the mouth downward and tightens and wrinkles the skin of the neck. And then you have the where is it? Is this it here? Don't know. Right here, Procaris. I think that's how I pronounce it, Procaris. All right. So that wrinkles the skin across the bridge of the nose. Okay. And then you have the quadratus labii, or labii inferiores. It's some hard some hard names to pronounce, but I'm trying. Um, that's right here. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. Yep. And then you have the zygomatus. Let's see. Right here, the zygomatus. Okay. And then you have let me see if I can pronounce this. Um, First I need to find it on here. Right here. The rhizosaurus, rizoris. That pulls the angle out of the mouth and back, as in smiling. Okay, so these are the facial muscles, and I hope I did a good job with showing you these. They're hard to pronounce, but these are the muscles that are in the face. So facial facial massages are often overlooked in healthcare. I mean, not healthcare, in skincare, but it holds immense potential to enhance your skin's health and radiance. So beyond the creams and beyond the serums lies a natural hands-on approach that can stimulate blood circulation. It relieves tension and promote a youthful glow. When facial massages are performed correctly, facial massages can work many wonders, aiding in lymphatic drainage to reduce that puffiness we talked about, sculpting facial contours, and even easing the appearance of fine lines. The lymphatic system is the key to, key in purification of the skin. It serves the role of a filter removing waste. So when it is said that massage helps to detoxify the skin, that's what it means. So oftentimes estheticians have a difficult time explaining the importance of a good massage because the lymphatic massages boosts the immune system. It helps ward off illnesses and increase vitality and health. It improves the appearance of skin. It reduces water retention from poor circulation or pregnancy. Can help with pain and promotes the body's healing mechanisms. So when giving the perfect facial massage, you got to let your fingers do the talking. Massage has a physiological and psychological benefit. So when the body senses touch, reflex receptors respond by increasing blood in the lymph flow. So the nervous or the central nervous system is affected, resulting in a state of relaxation. So did you know, like when did you know that during a massage, or that a massage has been reported to significantly decreasing the cortisol levels? So the cortisol levels, that is a chemical in your body that releases when you are stressed. And did you know that massage also noted to increase levels of dopamine and serotonin and neurotransmitters? That's responsible for feelings of happiness and self-worth. So I had asked you in the beginning of this video, do you want to give your skin the undivided attention of a facial massage that it's craving for? And your question to me was done was does massage your question to me was, does massaging really work? So I have shown you, through muscles and bones. Come on. I have shown you in so many ways that facial massages provides relaxation. Estheticians should have a thorough knowledge of some knowledge of facial massage, because it is a fundamental service that provides skin benefits and enhances the product effectiveness. And if you don't have the facial, if you don't have the facial, if you don't have the facial muscles and the underlying skeletal structure, then I'm not saying you don't have it, but if you don't have that knowledge of the facial muscles, and you don't have the knowledge of the underlying skeletal structure, what I meant to say is that you're not giving your client the best facial treatment. Now, I want to tell you about the five major facial massage movements, and one should employ all of those five forms of the hand manipulation. You have the effleurage. So, excuse me, my nose is running. You have the effleurage. Effleurage is the light stroking movement, and it's applied with the fingers and the palms. Okay, so it's in a slow rhythmic manner. Okay, and then you have the petrissage technique that includes the kneading and the squeezing and the pinching that affects the deeper muscle tissue of the face. You have the tapotement. Tapotement is the fingertips striking the skin in a rapid succession as a percussive stroke. So it's like this. Okay, that's tapotement. Okay, and then you have the friction. That's like a stimulant circulation. It can be forming in a circular manner or a crisscross manner with fingers working in opposition with each other. So like the crazy eights or something like that. That's the friction. And then you do the vibration. The vibration is highly stimulating movement, and it should be used sparingly. So this is like a shaking, like if they was doing, you were doing a back facial and they laying on their stomach, and you would do like a vibration of movement. And this is performed in different areas. So as you can see, facial massage is one of the most pleasurable and intimate aspects of topical facial treatments. It is more than just feeling good. When done correctly, massage can improve many skin conditions. It's a great benefit to acne, rosacea, and other inflamed skin conditions. Acne is a wound to the skin, and increasing blood flow, I believe, encourages the healing process. Now, they would tell you they don't want you massaging somebody's skin who has acne, but it brings oxygen to the skin, so massaging does have some benefits to that skin condition. It kills the bacteria responsible for the breakouts when it brings the oxygen to the skin. So the bottom line Facial massages help promote healthy skin while relaxing your facial muscles. It has a relaxing and rejuvenating effect, helping you to look and feel better. It reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It also relaxes muscle tension in the face. It aids in lymphatic drainage and improves circulation. It increases collagen production. It reduces stress. And overall, it reduces the appearance of the skin. So you actually try if you actually try a facial massage and be proactive in your skincare, then you know if it works or not. You can also do facial massages at home to continue with self-care. So from frowning, chewing, smiling, daily movements of our face, it's getting a workout, but you can reap the benefits, right in the comfort of your own home. So remember, as we grow older, our muscles become stagnant, and without, especially it becomes stagnant if you don't do any stimulation to your skin. They will not grow firmer, and the face will appear saggy. So you have to pursue the massaging for a plumper face and create that circulation and stimulate those muscles. um, I hope you truly have learned something from this educational tidbit. Something sparked an interest, and now you have a full understanding of facial bones and facial muscles. And I thank you for watching this video. Please click the like button, share your feedback in this video, and be kind and share with others. Have a great day. I see you next Thursday with another educational tidbit. God bless you and have a wonderful day.